Everyone wants to kill Niecy every single episode. It's some drama.
You know what? Listen, they recognize my greatness. I don't know. I was just shooting for the stars. I really don't know. I just think I was a woman with good intentions and got into a bad situation. And in that world, somebody is always trying to get somebody. It just happened to be me.
And you always figure it out. She's like the Olivia Pope of the projects, but not in the projects. But okay, that's a good terminology, because she's always calm and cool. You don't like it, but you're thinking and you're like, okay, I'll figure it out. And you were just out of control. Let me tell you, the very first episode, they put so much publicity behind this show, and they don't do that for a lot of new shows. But this one, they was advertising, promoting, so I had to watch it. But I was just like, what the heck is going on here?
What is going on here? I don't know what's going on here.
When you read.
Tell me. I'm looking for the answer.
Is a lot of it impromptu? Like, is this all just strictly scripted, or do they let you freestyle a little bit?
I think we do a little bit of both. I think there's a lot of mutual respect between the actors and the showrunner, especially Elliot. And I think every one of us know each other's characters so well in that world,
Right.
that, there's a bit of like, yeah, go ahead, take the reins, in certain situations or certain parts of the script. So I think there's a collaboration for sure.
And you are going to be everyone's nightmare.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
He's gonna be my
Let me tell you why. Because the way she looked in your eyes and she was like, you were so perfect, she made me believe in love again. And then you took that phone call. I was like, man.
Yeah, but that phone call wasn't against her. It's a different story. I can still be in love with her. Can't I?
No, it was a different story. Like, who is this man? You are not the man she
that
thinks
man
you are.
Yeah, he's got problems. He's got issues. But hey, as I keep saying it, he's still giving her a lot of love.
I don't know if I'm gonna like the way this end up. I just got a bad feeling about it.
One thing that I will tell you is that you'll be satisfied.
Okay. Oh, well, I'll be satisfied, or will you be satisfied?
We both gonna be satisfied. You and me.
And you are just like, you don't know what to do.
She does it all. Yeah, she knows what to do in any given situation. If you need her to be a little housewife, she'll do that. If you need her to, teach some male strippers how to dance, she'll do that too. She'll do all kinds of stuff.
She
Polly.
got a lot of stuff in her bag of tricks. And I ride with these women on the show, because they're my crew. But if I had my back up against the wall, I would call this one.
Oh, really?
I mean, in terms of her character, because I know she got something in that bag of tricks.
Right.
That's gonna help me. Can you make me up a check real quick with my name on it?
Exactly.
Because first she's Nervous Nancy. She starts off as Nervous Nancy. And then she's like, okay. Right. And that's what I'm looking like. Is she this?
You don't even know she's really Southern.
I don't. And then is when you started talking about that ankle bracelet, I'm like, not her too.
Yeah, all of the girls have had a past, which is and all of them have served time in prison, except for me, which is the reason why I did not want them to launder cocaine. To sell cocaine. I was like, okay, hold on.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want them to do something that's going to get them more time for going back.
Right. When we were watching the movie, I was like, speaking of opioids, let me get my medicine out.
Okay, girls.
No, I have medical prescription pain pills.
We are, the backdrop of our story is very real, and you'll get to see one of the characters that you met in season 1 come back and deal with some addiction challenges, as a result of just leaning in a little too hard to that life. That's a disease, and then in our world we're profiting off of people, not being well.
Right. Mm-hmm. So is that like the moral of the story, kind of, with your show?
The moral of the story is survival. Because we're doing the things that we need to do to survive. I think when you look at the recidivism rate of people coming in and out of prison, you keep going back because you can't catch a legit break.
Right.
It's challenging for you to go straight. You know what I mean? And so I created this environment for these women, and then this man walks in out of nowhere, and it's like, I can help you get out from underneath all of this if you only do this for me for 5 minutes. And I'm thinking, okay. But then they wouldn't let me off. And I'm like, okay, y'all not gonna let me off the ride? Then I'm about to be the conductor.
And this is the roller coaster ride over here. Like, he just took it and literally and rolled with it and ran with it. And I'm just like in awe every time because you don't know what to expect. Because we blinked for 2 seconds, me and another actress I was sitting next to, and Reba was gone. Just like that. Poof. All over everybody. So you weren't surprised when the show got renewed?
No.
Were you surprised when the show got renewed?
I'd be surprised.
No,
if it
absolutely
did.
not. I knew right away it was a hit.
I mean, it's so unlike everything else we have on TV, so it's like, why not continuing? You know, it's not very often we have.
Anything you've ever done before, too.
Yes, indeed, but in this case, it's really about the ladies taking control, you know, which
Right.
is something that we don't really see on TV.
True.
So I think it has room to, you know, to stay there for a few years.
Now, how did you prepare for this character, or is that character, was it just real natural for you?
I'm unprepared always. I love being unprepared and seeing what happens. Truly.
So is he crazy? For real, in real life?
No,
Yeah,
not
not in that way.
crazy, but he has his own methodology.
I mean, when I say crazy,
How he
we all
approaches
have our own
it is his way. And I'm like, Jack, you ready to work today? He said, oh, I haven't even read it. Let me see what we doing. Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay.
And so
he's that good.
there's a looseness about his method that works, especially for that character.
Okay. So this was perfect for you.
Different, you know, it's a case by case scenario. You know.
I don't know. I just be reading into them little characters like, this seemed a little too real.
Everybody can agree. Sometimes you know,
Yeah.
it's different. Like leg day is different from arm day. You know, leg day hurts. Arm day is like.
That's a great
nothing.
analogy, Jack. I mean, I
Come
commend
on.
you for that one. It's
But he always is quick on the comeback with the answer. He's quick. He's quick with it.
yes, it is.
It's a very unique cast, but the ensemble cast, it just works.
Thank you.
Who put the cast together?
Well, the network, you know, brought in the girls. I was first, and then the other girls came on after they got the girls. Then they went after the.
Did you have any say so in it?
The only one that I read with everybody. I didn't read with Carrie, but I read with the other girls. I was a big fan and a champion of Jen. Karuchi was one of the last people to be cast. They were having problems, and I referred her, and it just so happened that it worked. I said, well, have you met this little girl?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It does work. She fits right in with the quirkiness of everything. And I was like, how is she gonna? And that made me have a lot of respect for her acting because she just got right in there and rolled with the punches.
But the one thing, even when they were asking us questions today about, you know, being actors and and that sort of thing, it's like, you know, you have to prepare. You know, and she was already in acting classes, and that's what a lot of people don't know. It wasn't like she was just at home in a hammock eating a hot dog, and it was like, hey, you want to be on this TV show? She was already doing the work, so that when she showed up, she was prepared.
And you can tell when people take their craft serious and when they don't. You can tell.
And she leans into the fact that there are a lot of seasoned actors on the show. So if there's something she may not, you know, lean into right away or need a different take on it, we're all so supportive.
Yeah.
But we do that with each other
help
too.
each other out.
You do. Is this one of your favorites out of everything you've done? 'Cause you have a large body of work.
I love them all for different reasons.
Okay.
You know, I love them, just for different reasons. You know, Reno 911 was the first time I'd ever done improv. And the first time I created a character that looked like the women in my family. That was before it was popular to have a butt that was this, that, or the third. I had them create a booty for me because every woman in my family, I didn't had big butts, but I never saw anybody on TV that looked like that.
Right.
So when I created that character, for me, she was iconic because I was like, that looked just like my auntie Cynthia. You know what I mean? You know, so
This is your real body. Because
I
you
love
giving us body, like, through the whole thing. We like, bam. And you dress great. Oh, my God.
What happened? Yes, but there's a lot to go with that. You can't eat everything, and you got to be squeezed in every day.
Yeah.
But yes.
But you're doing it well. You're doing it well. This is Jonelle, and we're rolling out.